afternoon, good evening. Welcome to the Digital Weather Desk, powered by Century Next Bank. I'm Jared Floyd. It is Monday night, joining you a little later than we normally do for our last stream of the day. Ran some errands, ran a little late, decided we'd hop on at around 7 o'clock. So if you usually join us between 4 and 5 or 4 and 6 p.m. and you're going 10 till 7, he must have something earth-shattering he needs to tell us. Nope, just fulfilling my obligation to you that I wanted to let you know what was going on. Nephew Cooper's on YouTube. What's up, dude? I saw you yesterday. Good evening to Louisiana Cooker on YouTube as well. Check of the infrared satellite this afternoon or this evening. And again, the clouds have been pretty persistent, but we've worked some gaps in those clouds in through the course of the day, even allowing for some record highs to fall. The radar, made possible by Brown's Roofing. Schedule your free roof inspection while the weather's good at brownsroofingla.com. You don't want to wait until the weather gets crummy to do all that kind of stuff. Nothing doing. A few spotty showers to our south and to our southeast, but the rain really held off through the day. Here's a look at high temperatures for the day. Again, a lot of these are unofficial highs. Switch over to the Louisiana Mesonet, which is operated by the University of Louisiana Monroe. 76.3 at ULM, 75.3 in Eris, Colfax 76.6, Acme 77.6. Generally mid to upper 70s. Some low 70s across southern Arkansas, where kind of a little sluggish in the warming trend to start the day, but really picked up late this afternoon. Good evening, Susie, and thanks so much for joining in. 77 is what you see at Vicksburg. There are actually two different observation sites, if you will. The one actually in Vicksburg, which recorded 77. And then there is the Vicksburg Tallulah Regional Airport, which is technically just outside of Mound in Madison Parish. And they were at 79 today. That is a new record, breaks the old record of 78 that was set back in 1967. A look at temperatures right now, and most of us are still in the mid to upper 60s, some upper 50s, and some areas still near 70 degrees. 70 in Columbia, 69 in Monroe, 70 in Vicksburg, 66 in El Dorado, and 67 in Monticello. Dew points quite soupy. Again, this very warm, humid environment sets us up for some occasional overnight clouds, but also the possibility of some patchy fog, especially as these winds continue to die down over the next several hours. Those 2 to 6 mile an hour winds are just enough to kind of move the air around and allow for fog formation. Futurecast made possible by Bayou Power Sports. I-20 Frontage Road in Monroe. Tomorrow is your last shopping day with them. So go see Mike and the gang. Tell them that Jared sent you. They may politely ask you to leave. I'm kidding, of course. But again, tomorrow is their last shopping day, so get it done. Visibilities are not ideal for many areas tomorrow morning. It will be patchy, but where we do see the fog, it could be dense. I would think the highest likelihoods are western counties and parishes. Along the Mississippi Valley, the winds may stay strong enough to keep it from being a widespread issue. That fog will mix out relatively quickly through the morning hours tomorrow, but then it's back for Christmas Eve, during the morning hours specifically. And I say that, one, because it's really the only significant hazard that we will encounter over the next couple of days in terms of weather. Limited visibilities during the morning hours. But also for folks that may want to do some early driving, if you're one of those families that gets out, pre-dawn to get your driving in on Christmas Eve to head to grandma's house or wherever you're going, be aware that visibility could be limited in your area, and that can make for some dangerous driving conditions. Miss Hannah, thanks so much for joining in. Come get this kid from me, please. She woke up at 3 o'clock this morning, man. Ready to party. Not like screaming fussy at 3 a.m. Just like, hey, I'm awake. What do you want to do? And I was like, go back to sleep. And she's like, I don't want to do that. So again, fog. Biggest concerns. Futurecast showing clouds and wind and rain. And again, clouds and fog are probably biggest issue to start the day. Miss Ethel, good evening. Hey, Miss Hannah's to the rescue. Woo. Winds back out of the south. Clearing from southeast to northwest tomorrow. In fact, you folks in southern Arkansas may be the last to get rid of the clouds, and it may be tomorrow night before you do so. In fact, they'll probably hold in it maybe Wednesday before you see any significant clearing. Rest of the week, southerly winds, clouds, fog, overnight, warm, humid, and then just warm and well above average during the afternoon. No real rain chances. Eventually, we work a cold front in this weekend. You can see it setting stage late Friday evening to our west. It'll swing in from west to east and eventually bring some falling temperatures and maybe some showers by Sunday. But the rainfall forecast over the next 5 days is a pretty simple one. No real rain chances to speak of. What a bummer. Drought monitor will get updated on Thursday, so on Christmas Day we'll get a new one. Again, just reminding you of where we stand, and you probably don't need the reminder that we need rainfall. I'm beginning to wonder if the launch of the digital weather desk just jinxed us. Because I remember thinking, we're going to launch September 1. It gives us about a month and a half, 2 months to kind of work the kinks out and figure out what works and what doesn't before severe weather season gets here. And we're still waiting for severe weather season to get here. We're waiting for winter weather season. We're waiting for something other than unseasonably warm and unseasonably dry. Hadn't happened yet, but it'll happen eventually. This is what's called a La Nina pattern, and we are on the back end of it. And for our area, a La Nina pattern, you know, you've heard of El Nino and La Nina, the different types of patterns, kind of broader scale global patterns. We're in the back end of a La Nina pattern. So eventually we'll get out of this unseasonably warm, unseasonably dry conditions and get into something a little bit more normal. Mr. Ricky, good evening. Janice, Miss May, good evening. Miss Hannah and Miss Sue are fighting over my daughter. They watch her at school on a daily basis, but school is out for Christmas. And so we actually have to take care of our own kid. It's hard. No, I'm just kidding. She's a great kid. She just woke up ready to party this morning. Mid-70s for highs tomorrow. Again, a mix of sun and clouds. Clouds in the morning, fog in the morning, sunshine winning over at times through the afternoon. Winds will stay out of the south. I'll look at the 7-day forecast as we prepare for Santa's big sleigh ride on Wednesday night. He may not need the coat. He may not need the hat. In fact, if you're like, man, Santa looks awful sweaty, well, it's going to be the upper 50s. That's a lot of cold gear to wear when it's not that cold outside. As I've mentioned for the last several days, don't get too wrapped up in the forecast. It's mid-70s with overnight lows in the upper 50s to low 60s through much of this week. Rain chances are back in on Sunday, mainly just scattered showers. An isolated thunderstorm can't be ruled out, but at this point, it looks like we stay very quiet for the next week. Eventually, change will happen. Eventually, the pattern turns on its head. Eventually, we phase out of this La Nina pattern and we get into the winter-like feel. We had that big burst of cold air, just didn't hang around for very long. I think January and February will probably get pretty tumultuous. Again, that's just the general trend. I don't want folks to get overly wrapped up in me trying to, and what is he trying to say with that? Nothing. I'm just thinking eventually things have got to change. Reminder, the Digital Weather Desk powered by Century Next Bank is a digital weather platform serving 33 parishes and counties across northern Louisiana, southern Arkansas, and western Mississippi. It is made possible 100% free to you by the local businesses that you see there on your screen. And during this Christmas season, we are so grateful for each and every one of them. Your job is simple. You're already here. Just like, comment, share on the content that you feel that other folks need to know about. Follow us on your favorite social media platforms, and then support our local business partners when you can, if you can. Even if it's just as simple as a Facebook message or just swinging by their store or whatever, their business, and saying, hello, thank you so much for supporting Jared and what he's doing, and please keep it up. But also, if you need their services or, can benefit from them, obviously they're here to serve you as well, just like the Digital Weather Desk is. Fish and game forecast comes out in about an hour. I'll join you tomorrow morning, but then the schedule, as I mentioned, through much of the day, the schedule kind of gets wonky from there. We will be on the road tomorrow afternoon, so I'll have a morning live stream for you and a too long didn't read. And then the forecast after that will kind of, in terms of content schedule, will kind of be all over the place. May have some live videos for you, may have some live streams for you, may just have some videos for you, but you will get updates to the forecast routinely through the rest of the week. It just may be a little bit out of our normal routine, if you will. Forecast is always available at digitalweatherdesk.com and on the Digital Weather Desk app, available for Apple and Android users. Enjoy the rest of your Monday. Be careful if the fog develops tonight. I'll keep an eye on visibility. If anything crazy happens before everyone heads to bed, I'll let you know about it. And you can always check it again on the website and on the app. I'll check in with you tomorrow. Thanks so much for making the Digital Weather Desk, powered by Century Next Bank, part of your day. If I don't say it enough, I'm so glad you're here. Thank you for finding me, and we'll see you again tomorrow.